Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton with you from IPMNation.com. A lot of cool changes at IPMNation.com, by the way. You should definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. And if you are an artist, if you're a local musician or anyone working in the music scene, definitely get in touch with us about being a part of IPMNation.com. Lots of cool stuff and a lot of cool opportunity. And if you go to the website, you'll see what I mean. But anyway, let's jump into the show, shall we? I've got a couple of interviews for you this week on Local Outbreak, both of them with artists, musicians who have been on the show before, who we have featured before. But I had some hot off the press this week conversations with two of these artists that I want to share with you, and we'll have some music for you as well. But the first one is with our friend DJ Reklss. DJ Reklss, also known by, his real name is Christian Reklss, but he is a DJ, a professional DJ from Manchester who has been out on a tour for the past few weeks, a national tour, and it's been going really well. We talked today, and it was his last night on the tour, all the way on the other side of the country in Los Angeles, and then he's coming home, and then he's got a show at the 603 Bar and Grill this Friday night, his big homecoming show at the 603 in downtown Manchester. But so proud of him. He's out there really doing it, making it happen. So we're going to do that first, and then later in the show, I'm going to share with you my brand new interview with Amanda McCarthy. Amanda's got a great new single that is available online called Sunset. I think it's the best thing she's ever done. Great, great track. So we'll get caught up with Amanda a little bit later, but here it is. First, our first interview of the show this week by phone, and it'll be obvious that it was by phone when you hear it. Here's our friend DJ Reklss.
That's all right, because we've got DJ Reklss on the line. Hello.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you? Are you in LA right now?
On our way.
On your way. Where are you?
We are in Southern California at the moment. We crossed from Arizona to California about an hour ago.
How hot is it where you are?
It's tough, man. It's steaming.
Yeah. I
walk out and I just want to go home. It's 102 degrees, 103, 105.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
I was going to say, is it triple digits? Is it a dry heat though? Is it a nice dry heat at least?
Yeah, even the wind is hot. Yeah, no, it's not fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is summer. Now, is this the last show of the tour?
It is.
Wow.
I'm back home Thursday.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to seeing you.
I'm excited. I was going to add one more stop on, but things logistically didn't work out.
Yeah. So, what has been of the shows? And I know I asked you this the last time you called too, but I think that was over a week ago, so your answers might have changed. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite show that you've done? Is there a particular stop on this tour that you're particularly fond of that went really well?
I actually just had this conversation with the crew that I'm with. Honestly, I'm going to say Denver was definitely the best show there was.
Really?
Nashville. There goes Denver, Nashville, Boston. So like my top three right now. Arizona, Phoenix last night was pretty good too.
Yeah. Now, what was it about Denver that was so good?
Denver, it was just packed out, and they were energetic. They were, they were there for Danny, who's from Denver, Colorado. So obviously it's going to be a busy show. It's going to be a packed show.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah.
Jenny is in Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Jenny is in the chat room and says, we are very proud of you, Christian, back home.
Thank you. I wish my bank account was proud of me too right now.
Well, it's like I was saying, I know you were listening. It's like I was saying to Amanda, it's never quite as glamorous as you hope it's going to be, but still a great experience for you.
Oh my, yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
It was so fun, and getting to know people, getting to network, it was much needed.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, and the pictures.
Now it's get back Friday, start working again.
And the pictures that you've been posting online are just incredible. Are those all the same photographer? Is that someone traveling with you who's taking all those pics?
No, it was a few different photographers, but mainly they were by my buddy Derek. He's a really fantastic photographer.
Hmm.
He was at Nashville and shoots. He has done an excellent job on all the content for this tour.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, just the pictures alone make the whole thing worth it, I think. I mean, they're just really good.
Oh, there's even more. There's a lot that I haven't posted.
Oh, really? Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. We tried to capture, like I said, it's the content overload tour. We're trying to get as much content as we can,
Yeah, absolutely. So when you do your set, does your set time vary from night to night, or is it always kind of the same? Do you always get the same amount of time?
So the way I structure it, where I've been scheduled is, I DJ at doors when doors open, and then I DJ for the two headliners, Danny and Waves.
Okay.
So I DJ for them, and the occasional opener that needs a DJ.
Yeah. Okay. So it varies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I try to get in as much open format, play what I want to play time as much as I can.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not playing the same thing every night.
Right. Well, I mean, not that it would matter that much because you're in a different city every night too, so it's not like the crowd is going to know. But obviously for the other people on the tour too, you want to keep it interesting, and I'm sure it impresses them that you're able to mix it up too. How did I don't know if I ever asked you this on the air. I mean, I'm sure we talked about it off air. I don't know if I ever asked you on the air. How did you get to do this? How did you get picked? Because honestly, a lot of people, a lot of DJs, young DJs early in their careers would love to be in the spot that you're in out on a tour like this. How did you make this happen where you got in with these guys and they picked you to go out on tour with them?
Oh, this was, I love this question because it still shocks me to this day. So we got to go back to April, May. I was organizing my Memorial Day party in Manchester like I always do every year. And I wanted to bring out Sammy Adams, and then I was like, honestly, it's going to be too much money. The venue's not going to want to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. See, I did my fair share of Instagram stalking, and I found out who his manager was, and I followed his manager randomly, and I never reached out to him. His manager posted on Instagram about needing a DJ for the tour, so I connected with him, and then one thing led to another. He sent me over the offer, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it because I think it'd be good for networking, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, it's good for networking, but you're able to get this kind of opportunity because you're good at networking to begin with. And then that's what, and I think I said this to you the last time too, that you called from the road. That's what's going to help. That's a big part of what's going to help you continue to build a successful career, is that ability, because a lot of people can't do it. I've known people from all genres of the music industry who some of the most talented people I've known are people who have no interest in networking and talking to people and making connections, and they just kind of expect somebody else to do it or whatever. So your ability to do that and your enthusiasm for doing that and the way that you embrace that, I think
it's beyond me that people wouldn't do that.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
how do you expect to be successful? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to be.
Yeah. A lot of people take the attitude that they're too cool to do that, you know, and they think that they're just going to be, just by the nature of their talent, success and fame and fortune is just going to happen to them because they deserve it. And they don't want to put the work in, but you put the work in, you know, and that's what's going to help you continue to build.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like nothing in this industry is a handout. Like nothing in this industry is a handout. You got to network, you got to grow, you got to do what you got to do. You got to be willing to, like, I forgot how to say it, to be honest with you. Lost my train of thought.
That's all right. By the way, Jenny just said in the chat room, "Hey, Tony D, eat Christian's dust." Because we were talking about
Tony
that.
D can, I'm on FM radio, so I can't comment what I want to comment. But I'll leave that up to everyone's imagination.
He hasn't called the show for a while. His most recent calls, when he did call, were friendly, but he did. Of course, we all remember a couple of years ago when he was very critical of you, and you guys had a little bit of an on-air spat.
I can't believe his words are about to come out of my mouth, but he's still a joke to me, honestly.
Well,
any 32-year-old man that can do that and trash on somebody, you're insecure about yourself.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember a lot of what was said. It's all kind of a blur. But I'll tell you, success is the best revenge, is it not?
Oh, of course. Of course it is, and it always will be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're proving a lot of people wrong, and it's wonderful to see. So tonight you're...
I'm proving myself wrong, dude.
Yeah.
For me, this is like, it's like, you take 14-year-old me, I never thought I'd be doing anything remotely like this.
Yeah.
You know? I thought I'd be working a 9 to 5, just like living a normal person life, but no, it's not. Like, I'm out here, I'm doing it, I'm building, I'm growing, I'm taking everything as a learning experience.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, so for anyone listening on the West Coast, where are you going to be tonight exactly? I know you're in LA. What's the venue?
We are at Los Lobos in Los Angeles, California.
Los Lobos.
Tonight.
Excellent.
Los Lobos. Pretty cool club out there.
Very good.
I will say I've played a lot of cool venues too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell from those pictures, too. A lot of those places look really cool. So a couple of them look like just kind of unique. They look like rooms I'd never seen before. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was. So a lot of the rooms we played were quite interesting. And a lot of the people we played with were quite interesting, too.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
You know, but overall, this tour has been, it's been so much fun.
Yeah. Very good, very good. So you've got the show in LA, and then that's it, and then you're headed back our way, huh?
Yeah, I'm heading back to New Hampshire to sit down, and honestly, I want to sit down and rethink a lot of things. I want to figure out what's next.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm always used to being like, all right, here's what I want to do next. Now I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
Now I feel like over the past month, a lot of like opportunities have opened up for me. Right.
And also you've got, what have you got Friday night? You've got a show here Friday, right?
Yeah, I'm back at 603 Bar and Grill Friday.
Yeah, we'd be
Friday the 12th and the 20th. I'm going to be there.
Okay. Yeah, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that. But yeah, so this Friday night, you'll be at the 603. Excellent. All right.
Yep. Back to it. I got 6 gigs and 3 days I get back.
Yeah.
3 days.
That's
Friday,
awesome.
Saturday, Sunday.
That's awesome. You know, I don't know if I've ever told you this. I probably have. But I remember when Jenny and I first talked about you moving in, I said, hey, you know, the kid's got hustle. Those were my exact words to her. And you do. And you're proving us right, as Jenny pointed out in the chat room. So we're very proud of you, my friend. All right, listen, we'll let you go. But have a great show tonight. I look forward to seeing the pictures online. And And just make sure you make it home safe.
Of course. I'll see you guys Thursday.
This is Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. Matt Connerton here from IPMNation.com. Hope you enjoyed our update with DJ Reklss. Remember, he's going to be at the 603 Bar and Grill this Friday. Make sure you catch him there right in downtown Manchester. And up next on the show, we've got another conversation for you that just happened. This is a brand new interview with our friend Amanda McCarthy, who's been on the show many times. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to play for you her previous single called Don't Stop Me. We did feature it on this show, and it did get some airplay on local radio stations, and she's found some success with it. But then we're going to hear my newest conversation with Amanda, again, via phone. She was supposed to join us in studio, but logistically it didn't work out. You'll hear the explanation of that. And then, to put the cherry on top of that, we will play her brand new single, which we do discuss in our conversation, called Sunset, which I absolutely love. I think she's got a hit song here. I really, really do. It's called Sunset, and it is so good. So without further ado, let's get to, we're going to just kind of refresh your memories a little bit. We're going to play Don't Stop Me, the previous single by Amanda McCarthy, and then right into the interview. Here it is.
Tell it to the preacher, tell it to the town. This ain't no double feature, not this time around. Tell it to the wind, tell it to the sky. My name is on your lips, but I won't blink an eye. I don't need your drama, it just tears me down. Feel bad for your mama, but that's not my problem now. I don't want that karma, such a waste of time. Now I'm walking across the county line. I don't wanna know how you lost you, threw away the beauty and became what you are. I don't got time for that, and if you don't like what I say, don't stop me as I'm walking away. I'm a different person than I was years ago. Still it seems to me you wanna run the show. Life's a brutal teacher, I'm resilient. This ain't no double feature, 'cause I'm the main event. I don't wanna know how you lost you, threw away the beauty and became what you are. I don't got time for that, and if you don't like what I say, don't stop me as I'm walking away. Reminisce the past of a small town, packing up my bags and I'm leaving today. I don't got time for that, and if you don't like what I say, don't stop me as I'm walking away. You kept me in the dark, now I keep you out of sight. You're looking for the crowd, I'm looking for the light. I don't wanna know how you lost you. Don't stop me as I'm walking away. I don't wanna know how you lost you, threw away the beauty and became what you are. I don't got time for that, and if you don't like what I say, don't stop me as I'm walking away. Reminisce the past of a small town, packing up my bags and I'm leaving today. I don't got time for that, and if you don't like what I say, don't stop me as I'm walking away. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me as I'm walking away.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So if you're just joining us, Amanda McCarthy is just joining us live on Matt Connerton Unleashed. So I'm sorry that we don't get to see you in person this time around, but I understand these things don't always work out logistically. Before I forget, Easy G sends his love. He apparently has an appointment this afternoon, so he is not listening live. He will listen later, but he wanted me to transmit that message to you.
Yes, please tell Eric I love him too, and I'm very sad that I won't get to see him.
Yes.
It would almost be like incomplete if I was in the studio and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Although that's not why it was my car, but
Indeed. So now, are you on your way back to the area to do some shows, or what's going on exactly?
yes. So I am on my way back. I'm actually in Pennsylvania right now. I have shows starting tomorrow, pretty much all the way through the 14th, and I was supposed to be up by now, but they found something wrong with my car, so that set me back like a day. But
Yeah.
it's all good now.
Oh, good. Okay. And where are you going to be? So when you're up here, where are you going to be playing?
Tomorrow I'm going to be in Boston. I'm actually doing a really cool event with City Winery down near South Station. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be in Exeter this Friday at Sawbelly Brewing, along with next Wednesday. I'll be in Merrimack twice. I'll be at the Homestead on Monday the 8th and at Portofino's on Thursday the 11th. And some of the shows Tom will be joining me at as well. And my other New Hampshire show, I'm at on Sunday the 14th. I am at the Bar in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Excellent. Yeah. So you've got a full schedule while you're up here. That's great. You mentioned Tom. Refresh my memory. Are you still engaged, or have you already gotten married?
We are engaged. We're getting married in April. In
April. Okay. Because I remember the last time that you were here with Tom, it was I think you had just gotten engaged. So that's so he's going to be on some of the shows with you up here. That's great. Now,
yes.
we've been playing, and it was really kind of a cool surprise. You know, I saw it online, and I was like, because I think it came out fairly recently. I said, "Oh, what's this? Amanda's got something new." The song "Sunset" is really good. As I told you on Messenger, I think you've got a potential hit single here. And it is a little bit different. Jenny had even commented on it the other day when she was here in the studio with me, how it is a little bit different than what we're used to hearing from you. But what can you tell us about this song? I just think it's so catchy, and I'm a bit of an audio production nerd, so I'm particularly curious about the production and what was different, because the production is excellent. And it just works on every level, and it comes in under 3.5 minutes, which is the perfect radio single. But what can you tell us about it, Amanda?
So first off, thank you. I am very glad you liked it, because it is so different. I was almost a little nervous about releasing it.
Really?
But as always, the production was done by Christian Beach, one of my best friends, and he's been producing my music for years. And we are just, anyone familiar with my music kind of knows I make and like different things, and both of us are just a huge believer in giving the song what it needs and not trying to fit it in a box. And we just knew that was a straight up pop song, and I wanted it to sound like California because it was inspired by California. And we gave it just that little touch of Nashville with the dobro, but we really just wanted to let the song be what it was supposed to be. And the response has been very positive. So I was very excited and happy that I took that risk.
That's interesting to me that this is the same producer you've been working with all along. See, I just assumed when I listened to it that this was somebody new, because the production is so different from everything else that you've put out. But obviously, what's the producer's name again?
Christian Beach.
Christian Beach obviously is versatile in that way. So that's really cool. When you because it is so different than your other material, were you surprised at how it came out versus when you first wrote it? Was the finished product what you thought it was going to be when you first wrote the song?
So when I first wrote it, it was actually kind of even more pop and electronic, and that Nashville element wasn't there at all. Originally, the goal was like to pitch it to somebody else or get it picked up in a different kind of way. But when I decided to release it, we were like, all right, how can we let the song be what it's supposed to be, but also sound a bit more like Amanda? So we kind of found a happy medium. But the original demo was like, there was no acoustic guitar. It was like completely electronic pop, even more than it already is.
Interesting. I'd be curious to hear that actually, but like I said, I'm kind of an audio production nerd. Do you
Yeah, I'll send you the original.
Oh, that would be cool. I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Yeah. Do you see yourself doing more songs like that going forward, or are you more comfortable in the kind of material you have been doing, excluding this new song, or do you even know, or are you just kind of feeling your way through it?
I'm just kind of feeling my way through it right now. I know the music I'm kind of working on right now is kind of like, it coincides with my next album, which has a very clear storyline theme. So it's not so much about genre, but more about like what each song lyrically plays in that story. So it'll kind of be like Road Trip, where there's like a little bit of different genres thrown in, but it tells like a cohesive story, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're working on, in terms of working on the new album, are you still writing for it, or are you actually in production?
Most of it's in production. There is one song that still needs to be written, but for the most part, everything's already written, and now it's just kind of making it happen.
Yeah. Any kind of an ETA on that, or is probably too soon to know, huh?
In a perfect world, it'll come out before the wedding, but only a psychopath like me would try to plan a wedding and make a record at the same time. So it might be a few months after, but we'll see.
It is a lot to take on at once, yeah. And you're still living in Nashville?
Yes.
And how are things there? I mean, are you I know that when you first got there, I'm sure it was pretty exciting, but now that you've been there for a little while, does it still have the same luster, or what's it like having been there for a while now?
It still holds that excitement for me. I mean,
Good.
There's certain things that, like Broadway, when you first get there is like a huge exciting thing, and like once you start living there, it's like kind of overwhelming, and you don't want to deal with drunk people all the time. But at the same time, though, whenever I'm down there and I'm working down there, like I just like try to take a moment to look around and just like have gratitude. Like, I live here, I do this. At one point, this was like some crazy dream, and I mean, I'm not famous or anything, but I'm here doing it. So I try to hold the gratitude and try to remember it the way I did before I moved there.
Yeah, that's excellent. By the way, did you happen to, I didn't hear him mention it, but did you happen to run into DJ Reklss, our friend Christian Lacoste, better known as DJ Reklss? He did a big show in Nashville with a tour that he was on he was just there a few days ago.
No, I had absolutely no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wish I'd thought of it. I would have messaged you and said, hey, keep an eye out for him. Yeah, he was just there a few days ago. He had a great time. He's going to be calling in a few minutes as well. He's been on a tour going pretty much all over the country for the past few weeks. It's been really, really a great experience for him. And I think he's got a couple more shows to do before he comes home. But when you mentioned that, or when we started talking about Nashville, it reminded me, that's right, he was just in Nashville. And then, so speaking of touring, so do you have any, obviously, you play shows down there, you come up here and you play some shows because you've got quite a few shows, actually, it sounds like you have coming up here because you've got your roots here. Do you have anything planned as far as like a tour nationally, or are you still kind of just sticking to doing things regionally at the moment?
I've been branching out regionally down south. I play, I try to at least play like bi-monthly. Like I'll go to Georgia, North Carolina. I did a 3-day run in South Carolina. I go to Kentucky. And then I'm going out west this fall. It's more for vacation, for leisure, but we're also trying to book some shows out there as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But my adventure bug certainly hasn't died. So I try to incorporate that in whenever I can, whenever it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's never as easy or as, shall we say, glamorous as people might think. You know, Christian's been posting on Facebook about how, you know, obviously it's been such a fantastic experience for him to go out on tour, but it's also, it is very challenging, and Lord knows gas isn't cheap right now, which makes it even that much more challenging. But no, it sounds like you're doing great. In a moment when we wrap up, I'm gonna play Sunset again for anyone who hasn't heard it, and then we'll probably Christian will probably be hopping on the line afterward. But yeah, it sounds like you're doing great. So when is so I'm sorry, the Boston show, is that? Did you say that's tomorrow night?
Yes, tomorrow night. It's not at City Winery, but it's like produced by City Winery. They do a pop-up wine tent in Dewey Square.
Oh.
So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And, you know, it's nice, too, and I'm sure we've talked about this before, but the music that you do, it kind of fits any kind of scenario or venue. You know, you've got a lot of flexibility there. Will Tom be playing at that show with you in Boston?
Yes, he will.
Excellent. Very good. Well, Amanda, I'm really glad. I mean, obviously, next time, you know, we'd love to have you in studio with us, but, you know, these things obviously don't always work out. So, but I'm glad that you were still able to call in and that you're going to be in the area. It sounds like you've got a lot of shows coming up, and that Boston show sounds great. And where should people go online to keep up with everything that you're doing?
People can find me pretty much anywhere online. You can go to amandamccarthy.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Those are my main two social media sites. And, of course, I have music on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, pretty much anywhere you can find music. Absolutely.
All right. Well, Amanda, thank you so much, my friend. It is wonderful to hear from you, and I'm so glad that you're doing well. And I love the track. I'm going to play Sunset again when we wrap up. But be well, safe travels, and I'm sure we will talk to you soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for letting me call in, and I will talk to you soon.
Anytime. All right, Amanda, thanks. Bye-bye.
I've run out of fingers to count the years. Song by song, I lose my voice. Had a few Prince Charmings since you've been here, but I still see you The sunset on you now. Sunset on you now.
You are tuned in to Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you. And next up on the show this week, this is a really cool band called Eons Encoded. And I should tell you, Eons is spelled A-E-O-N-S. So maybe it's pronounced Aeons or Ions. I've always pronounced it Eons. Eons Encoded. And the track is Reconnection. Really good rock tune. I like this a lot. Check this out. Reconnection, Eons Encoded on Local Outbreak. I like that a lot. That is Eons Encoded, and the track is called Reconnected. Let's really shift gears now. We're going to go from some heavy rock to some electronic music. This is a project that I just stumbled upon called The Next, and the track is called Earth. This is pretty cool and really unique. The Next with Earth. That's going to do it for this week's Local Outbreak. Remember, ipmnation.com/local outbreak. My name is Matt Connerton. We got time for a quick one to close us out. This is Planet Parlor, and the track is called Easy.